Hey everybody, this is Dave from ThoroughStat. We're going to go over Wednesday's card on June 21st at Horseshoe, Indianapolis. There are 9 races carded. We're only going to do races 1 through 8, only because those are the only races that are thoroughbred races. The final race or the final couple races at Horseshoe typically are quarter horse races, which I don't mess around with. But if you haven't watched our channel, I typically give out a full card selection, top 3 selections for you to play in my recommendations. I give these recommendations only because I use Stats Racelens and some other angles to make it a little bit more efficient and a little bit more time saving in handicapping, using some angles, some speed figures, and some pedigree plays. So my goal is to give you top 3 selections. The first selection I recommend playing is a win and place selection. The top 3 in each race I recommend playing as an exacta and a trifecta. Honestly, play it however you typically play, however you're comfortable playing. Don't play every race because there's no way you're going to make money that way. But my goal is to give you some insight into some long shots that you may not see in how you handicap or watching replays. Also, if there's a horse you like that I like, maybe a single for a sequence or two. We're going to dive right in, though, because we have 8 races here at Horseshoe, Indianapolis on Wednesday. Horseshoe Indianapolis race 1 on Wednesday is a maiden special weight for Indiana breds, going 5.5 furlongs. It's a pretty formful race. I don't want to spend too much time on it. The 6 is the early pressing pace speed and has all of the tactical speed in this entire race, closest to the track rating and the class rating here at Horseshoe Indianapolis. So the 6 Forever Blessed is going to be our top selection. The 4 CV Scenic Legacy is our second selection, and the 3, who I think has a little bit more of a price and has some middle running speed here, the 3 Desired Legacy at a morning line of 20-1. Our top 3 selections in the opener, though, here at Horseshoe Indianapolis in race 1, 6, 4, and 3. Horseshoe Indianapolis race 2 on Wednesday, maiden special, 5.5 furlong for fillies, also Indiana breds. My top 3 selections are going to be 7, 3, and 1. It's pretty formful here again. The 7 does have the tactical advantage, Mystify, Doll, and the 3 Castle Money or Castle Magic and the 1 Rapunzel Song are those late running pace pressing horses in this field. The 7, though, also is coming in from running at Santa Anita in May, switching trainers to Christopher Davis, who is 17% turf to dirt. And this dam has a positive ROI, 51% Hurricane Bernie. So we're going to go with the morning line favorite, 5-2, Mystify, Doll, our top selection. 3 Castle Money and the 1 Rapunzel Song. Race 2, Horseshoe, 7, 3, and 1. Horseshoe Indianapolis race 3, a mile allowance event on the turf. There are 11 horses carded. 2 of them are main track onlys because it does just randomly rain, which it did last week, which is why we didn't play much Horseshoe. But I think it'll stay on the turf from what I see. Hopefully we're not surprised. The 3 is the front end speed. Our top 3 selections are 9, 3, and 2 here in race 3 at Horseshoe. The 9 and the 2 are the late speed, who will run into the 3. But I'm going with the 9 on top because I do think this late speed runs a lot more consistent on the turf here at Horseshoe. Ran at Belterra last out, was passing horses, and is got a dam who has runners that are 45% in the money. It is all the late running speed here in this field. This horse has run at Horseshoe 19 times, won 2 times on this turf, and is 10 for 19 in the money. So I think this horse in Documentado will run down the 3 on the front end. And Documentado is a morning line of 10-1, who is my top selection. I'm using the 3 underneath. I think the 3 holds on for second. Akamai and the 2 Gold Diggin' Devil. Once again on the turf, mile race at Horseshoe, 9, 3, and 2 with the morning line 10-1 as our top selection. Horseshoe Indianapolis race 4, maiden special, 5 furlongs. We have 2-year-old fillies, so a lot of these horses are first-time starters. The 10 does have all the speed here. I'm going with 10, 1, and 4. 10 intermittent fast is my top selection, not just because I intermittent fast, but we're going to pop over to the past performances because it does have enough speed that I think will beat some of these first-time starters. Third-time starter, um, ran at Churchill, dropping down in class from $120,000 maiden specials. So I like the 10 intermittent fast is my top selection. Also going blinkers off. John Ennis is 30% winners with blinkers off. Uh, Designated is my second choice. Second time starter, um, bumped at the start. And the 4 is a first time starter. Stay Faithful, Tapiture 2-year-old filly who had a decent gate work, 2 of 7. The Dam, Maggie R is a classy dam, has had 15 starts out of her progeny and her foals, 53% in the money, 81% positive ROI. But the horse dropping down in class, who is a morning line 5-2, is my top selection, intermittent fast with the first time starters designated and Stay Faithful underneath. Top 3, 10, 1, and 4 in race 4 at Horseshoe. Horseshoe, Indianapolis, race 5, mile, turf, maiden claiming. We've got 13 horses. I think 12 will go. My top 3 selections in race 5 are 1, 10, and 3. I think the 7 and 12 will go out on the front end. The 13 should scratch Son of Thunder. And the 110 and 3, I like the 1 Channel Z, third off of a layoff, came second last out, keeps Rodney Prescott aboard, um, staying at the same class. So I think being able to pass horses and get off the rail a bit, Rodney Prescott should be able to win here. The 10, Tricolor, also was a late runner who was passing horses last out in the same race as Channel Z here, second off of a layoff. Joseph Ramos is 24% in the last 10 days. And a horse that I think will round out the top 3 here is going to be the 3, Hilton Head, who's coming in from its first start, going from a 5.5 furlong sprint, switching to the turf, going to a route, taking blinkers off. So there's a lot going on for Joseph Davis. I like this 20-1 Hilton Head to round out my top 3 at a morning line of 20-1. With these moves, dirt to turf, not really much to write home about. Sprint to route, 7% for Joseph Davis. Blinkers off, that move, 33% winners. A ridiculously positive ROI, 99999, doesn't even keep track. First time Lasix, 14%. First time turf, doesn't really make a move there. Maiden claiming races for Joseph Davis, he has won 27% of those with a 206% positive ROI. My top 3 selections, once again, in race 5 at Horseshoe, 1, 10, and 3, with our top selection being the 1 Channel Z at a morning line of 10-1. Horseshoe, Indianapolis, race 6, stakes race, the Hoosier Breeders Sophomore Handicap, a mile and a 16th route race on the main track. The 3 is the front end speed. I think the 10 and 4 are some tactical middle movers here. My top 3 selections in this stakes race are 10, 4, and 6. The 10, Akati Flatter, will make a middle move here at about the half-mile pole in this race. Coming off a little bit of a layoff, won by 9.5 lengths last out on a sprint race here at Horseshoe in April. And at this distance and surface, Randy Klopp, 17% winners. This horse has hit the board 3 times of 3 runs at Horseshoe, Indianapolis, 2 of 3 wins. And we're going to use the 4 and the 6, who are also the late middle pressing speed here that'll run late. The 10, morning line 5-2 is our top selection. The 4, Blue Light Special, is the favorite, who I think is beatable. And the 6, Corningstone, is the other horse that'll round out our top 3. Once again, Horseshoe, Indianapolis in the stakes race, 10, 4, and 6 in race 6. Horseshoe, Indianapolis, race 7. There's 13 horses carded in this Indiana bred Hoosier Breeders Sophomore Handicap in race 7, a mile and a 16th on the main track. Huge field. In these Indy bred races, a lot of crazy stuff can happen. My top selection is the 1, Runaway Rojo. Who is the front end speed? I think Runaway Rojo will run away with it on the front end. Came second last out with Deshaun Parker uh, on May 17th. Switching to Raylu Gutierrez, who's coming in. Raylu is 21% in the last 30 days, winners. And with Dallas Stewart, they've only really won 6% of their races. But this horse has hit the board 3 or 4 times and has a win here at Horseshoe already out of Runaway and Hyde. The 6-1 is my top selection, and we're going to use the 7 and 10 underneath here at Horseshoe on Wednesday. The 10 and 7 are the late runners. 7 King Ice and the 10 Bad Boy Geist. Once again, morning line 6-1, front end speed. The 1 Runaway Rojo, 7 King Ice, and the 10 Bad Boy Geist. 1, 7, and 10, race 7 in the stakes race at Horseshoe. Horseshoe, Indianapolis, race 8 is our final race here at Horseshoe. A mile on the turf, allowance optional claiming. We've got 10 horses in this race. The 10 is the front end speed here, who has the highest class rating, pace rating for this race. My top 4, I'm giving 4 just in case there's a scratch. 10, 3, 7, and 1. The 3, 7, and 1 are the late runners here. The 10 is the front end speed. Taswea, we're going to pop in and look at Taswea here for a second. And then I'm taking all the late runners here in this finale at Horseshoe. But we're going to look at the 10 who ran on May 9th on the turf here at Horseshoe. Came 9th, ran on the front end, kind of slowed off a bit. Taking blinkers off, I think that'll settle this horse down for Brendan Walsh. Brendan Walsh, 20% winners, blinkers off. And getting Fernando de la Cruz aboard, who is 19% winners in the last 10 days. This horse has won twice on the turf, not here at Indianapolis or Horseshoe Indianapolis, but it is the front end speed. I don't think the others have enough late tactical speed of this horse with the blinkers off can settle in on the front end and not see any horses behind it. But we're going to use the 3 Timeless Rose, the 7 Lady Poochie, and the 1 Stepper underneath. In the finale, 10, 3, 7, and 1 with the 10 Taswea, morning line 8-1 is our top selection. Thanks for watching. This was our full card selections for Horseshoe Indianapolis on Wednesday. My name's Dave. I'm the creator of Thorostat. Follow us on Twitter at Thorostat. Follow us and subscribe to this channel at Thorostat on YouTube. Like this video, and also when you follow our channel, you'll get notifications about other full card selections where I give out full selections for the entire race card. Pick 4 previews if we do them, and when we do them, when we break down a whole sequence. And our live long shots podcast, we'll do episode 5 this weekend. I didn't do episode 5 because of Father's Day. And then also we'll be doing some live streaming of Saratoga and Del Mar handicapping and live watch alongs for these summer meets. Thanks again for watching. If you're playing along on Wednesday at Horseshoe in these 8 races, good luck, and let's cash some tickets.